Number 5. It says ray PR is what? What's that little symbol?
What little symbol?
That one.
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular to AB. So I'm going to start by drawing AB. AB. So, but it says, but it is not the bisector of AB. So PR is not the bisector. A bisector cuts something in half. So PR is not cutting this in half. There's a couple different ways you can draw this. I'm going to draw it like this, where it's P and this is R. I could have drawn it over here. I could have drawn, but I don't want to draw it in the middle. Don't make it look like it's in the middle at all. Okay? Right, because it says not a bisector. 6 says DEF is not adjacent to KEY. What does adjacent mean? Next to. So I want to draw them not next to each other. So I decided to draw them as a pair of vertical angles because they share the point E. You could also just draw them completely separate. So they are vertical angles. They are not adjacent or next to each other. Do you guys see that? Here. Great. That's 6. Okay, 7A. These two angles are what? What's the relationship?
Vertical.
They're vertical to each other. It means they're congruent.
Okay, we're good now.
They're vertical angles. How would I set this up to solve? What equation would I write? Yeah, 7x plus 1 equals 2x plus 16, and you should solve. Don't forget to plug in x for each expression and tell the degrees. So that's how you start 7.
I got one question.
8. Angle 1 and angle 2 are linear pair of angles. What does linear mean? Linear. Line. If you see linear, think line. How many degrees is a line? 180. So I need to draw these angles. I need to draw these angles so they make a line. It doesn't really matter what it looks like, but this is what they look like. They add together and make a line. What's the equation? Or before the equation. So angle 1 and angle 2 are, what's another word for two angles that make a line? Supplementary. From your vocab. And which means they add up to 180. What equation would you write and solve to find x? 35x minus 12
No.
plus 14x minus 4, sorry, I ran out of room, equals 180. That's the equation we would set up and solve. Number 8.
Yeah.
This is the equation for number 8.
Is the answer a decimal?
No, I got x equals 4.
Oh.
Whoops, something went wrong. 11, you can ignore the middle angle. Do you see how the green congruent marks make those two angles congruent?
Yeah.
What should I do with those expressions if they're congruent? Jacoby? Set them equal to each other. So we're going to write, we're going to write 5x minus 7 equals 3x plus 10. Can I show you 13 and then we'll get back to work? You ready for 13? 13. 13 is angle addition. It says the big angle CDA is 51.5 degrees. What's the equation I should write?
X plus 7
Yep. Because this little angle and this little angle add up to be this whole angle. So I'm going to write this equation and solve for x. Don't forget to plug it back in so you find the measure of ADB. Any other questions or problems you want to see the setup of? No other questions. Okay. This review is due tomorrow.
Is it now?
It is. In a little bit, when some of you start finishing up, I'll post the answer key on Google Classroom. But not until I see most of us have finished it.